know. Well, I'm gonna have to talk about it a little bit. I'm throwing this here for right now.
Go back next year, I'm gonna have to get you.
Yeah, really. All you gotta do is win a few basketball games.
may be seated. Hello, family, friends, staff, and students. My name is Michaela Matthews, and I'm the class president for the class of 2019. I'd like to welcome you to East High's 79th graduation ceremony. Joining me on stage this evening are my fellow class officers, Student Commission President Maddie Miller, Vice President Roman Johnson, Treasurer Jayla Campbell, and Secretaries Monica Bautista and Indira Gallegos. Also joining me is our Salutatorian Grace Spurlog and Valedictorian Tommy Lai. East High Principal Dr. Verona, who is joined by Superintendent Dr. Jared and his fellow cabinet members. One more thing before we begin. On behalf of myself and the class of 2019, I'd first like to thank the teachers that helped us get to where we are today, because without them, we wouldn't make it. Second, I'd like to thank my friends and family that supported us through our 4 years of high school. And lastly, I'd like to thank the class of 2019 for all the memories you guys have left me with. At this time, I'd like to ask you to rise for our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to the Rockford East High School 2019 graduation ceremony. Every year we search for a commencement speaker who we hope is really going to be able to relate to you guys. And this year we have chosen somebody who is not only one of our teachers, he's one of our coaches, he's been at East for 14 years, and he has literally helped shape the culture of the school. So I am very pleased to introduce Mr. Roy Sackmaster.
Well, this isn't the first time that East has packed this place here, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you to Dr. Verona, Ms. Juno for giving me the opportunity to do this year. What a year it's been. What a year it's been. Not just for our basketball team, but there's been just so many accomplishments that have been made by a lot of our students in athletics and both in the classroom. You know, we have state championship wrestlers in Guttridge. We have bowlers that are qualifying for state, Teagan Peterson. We have football team making the playoffs every year, relay teams and the track team winning. We got no one can make a cardboard boat like we can with Bruce Kramer and win the cardboard races to our journalism team going downstate every year. There's just so many things to be proud of this year. With all these people that, that I've mentioned, and I apologize to anybody who I've forgotten, and for our guys, for our team, and what we've been through this year, a lot of times people don't realize when it comes to being champions, that's not something that just happens overnight. It's something in which, oftentimes people recognize champions once they get up to the podium, once they win their external reward for it. But when it comes to being a champion, it's something that you have to do in your everyday life. And these people embodied that throughout this year. For me personally, it started 14 years ago when Dr. Jarrett recruited me to come become a basketball coach and teacher here at East High School. And I was 25 years old, and I said, sure, why not? I'll go be a head coach of a team. And not kind of knowing what I'm getting into, it was a very humbling experience. To kind of give you a perspective on it, we won more games this year than those first 5 years than we had combined that I was even here. I appreciate the support and them not getting rid of me through all of that, but it's really is what embodied and got me to the point where we can have seasons like this from my own personal standpoint. I knew from my playing career, from my own personal experience, and I had success and won through champions, that I've been there and I knew what it takes, but one thing that I didn't realize the biggest challenge was changing the mentality of the students in our school and changing the mentality of our kids in our program. And that was to teach them how to live their lives like a champion every single day. In their personal lives and every aspect of their life, that was something that we stressed to these guys this year, that when it comes to being a champion, it's just not on the night you play for that championship. It's in the hallways, it's in the classroom, it's when you're at home with your parents, it's when you're out in the community. You need to live your life this way, and you need to do it, and it's a lifestyle, and it's a choice on you to go and do this. One of the things that I really love about sports is that a lot of things that we can teach through sports we can carry over into our personal lives, and we can use these things to be successful in our future personal lives. For me, the things I'm going to kind of talk to you guys about today and what we've done, this is nothing more than just things I picked up throughout the years from my coaches and some of my mentors and my teachers and my colleagues. And there's been things that you guys you've heard yourself here today. But for these kids and for everyone I mentioned above, they really embrace this. And it's no coincidence that we've had so much success here at East High School, much less just the basketball program. The first thing we talk to our guys about is having passion. What is your passion? This is something in which all of you here today, you have a purpose in life. And the way you kind of figure out the way in which you have your purpose is, what are you passionate about? What is something in which it consumes you so much that it can bring you to tears, not only when you feel frustration and failure, but also in that joy of feeling that victory and feeling like you've accomplished something. The group of kids that we had this year in our program, they had a passion for the game. They had a passion for each other. They created a brotherhood where they were living and breathing basketball each and every single day. What is your purpose going to be? What is your passion? And that is something which you need to figure out for you, because that type of passion is going to be what's going to motivate you in your life long after you leave here from East High School and out in your future lives. Once you've figured out that passion, what do you want to do to accomplish it? A lot of times we hear students say, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor, and so on. Well, what are you going to do to accomplish that? Every year for the first day of varsity basketball practice, we take our guys and we bring them in our classroom. We have a real honest and open conversation about what our roles are going to be for the team this year, and then we really talk about what do we want to accomplish. And I can tell you with our guys, on the first day of practice all the way back on November 5th, immediately they said right away, our goal is to go downstate. They said it right then and there. There's a lot of goals in which you accomplish on the way, smaller goals. We wanted to win the conference championship. We wanted to win our tournaments that we were playing in. And those are things that helped us along the way. But what we did is we picked a destination so that we knew where we wanted to go. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Where do you want to end up and where do you want to go? You need to create goals for yourself that are going to be high enough, that are going to challenge you to get you out of your comfort zone, meaning that there could be even failure on the way. It needs to be difficult enough to push you to your maximum effort while being realistic at the same time. And this was a team that we felt that we can do this, and we knew from the very beginning this is what we wanted to do. Once you figure out what you want to do, now you need to figure out, well, what's the plan? How are you going to get there? That's great that you want to do this. It's great that you want to become, an officer. And, some of the classes of the kids that I've taught, I knew they wanted to go to the military, but what's your plan? And we knew that despite some moderate success that we've had in the past with our program and our basketball players, that if we were going to achieve something at a higher level and achieve something that we've never done before, that we were probably going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment and do things maybe a little bit differently than what we've done before. You can't expect to have different results if you are not willing to do things differently. Sometimes having too much experience with that, and we've had some kids that were in our program that have been around for a few years, that can actually kind of work against you. So we came up with a plan. For us, our biggest adjustment was our conditioning program. We wanted to push our kids to the limit. We wanted to push them to their maximum, both physically and both mentally. A lot of our guys called it boot camp. We called it practice, but this is what we needed to do. We knew to take that next step if we wanted to be a state-level team or championship team. If you know what your passion is and what you want to do, the next step is now you need to create that plan and be able to figure out how you need to get there. You have to be open-minded enough to know that things aren't going to go always according to plan, that sometimes you need to adjust that plan. But you need this plan because without it, you're never going to reach your destination of where you want to go in life. Next, you got to be willing to take risks. This past season, I knew that we kind of had a special group. So right away, what I tried to do was, even going back to our summer months, I wanted to try to challenge us with the most difficult schedule possible. And I knew that if we were going to do this, there might be some failure that was going to come along the way, whether it was in the summertime all the way on through the season. And one of our most trying times of the season is when we went down to our Christmas tournament. We played 3 state-ranked teams in a 24-hour period, and we actually came out of that with a loss. It was our first loss of the season. But it was one of those things where it was, in my opinion, our most successful 3 or 4 days of our season, because this is when we found out that we can be an elite team, we can be a state-level team. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and take risks, even though it may result in failure. You need to go beyond your comfort zone. A lot of times we say to our guys is you need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable if you are going to push yourself to those limits. And if you fail, that's okay. Failure is part of it. It's going to happen. That failure needs to be looked at as an opportunity to learn about yourself and what you need to do to get better. It can test you and put you through adversity, and then you can truly learn where you are in life. When you fail, it actually can be your greatest partner in your future success. Don't be afraid to go and take that risk and fail. You need to trust yourself to trust others. Oftentimes when you have groups of people like a sports program, whether it be a school board, our administration, any other entity in life, a lot of times the teaching and learning goes from the top down. But when it came to trusting each other and binding to each other, this was one of those situations where the players in our program, a lot of the learning and teaching that went on from the bottom up. We had players that were willing to be selfless with this group and willing to give others rather than worried about getting something in return. We had players that were willing to take on the roles where others may get more of the credit for our team's success from what others were being recognized for. And that trust is what kept us through times of adversity. In this gym here alone and games beyond, we had some moments where we had been tested more than we had been tested all season. But the constant message in the huddle amongst us and our guys was trust each other and trust in what has gotten us there. And these guys for this year and for me, they taught me how to trust in each other and trust the process. And it's amazing what can happen when you trust in your teammates. You can't accomplish all great things by yourself. So a true champion will never be able to pay back everyone who was able to get them to where they are. Then our last our motto of our season was to stay hungry and be humble. We had H for H this season, as in hoop for hill. We also made it H for H for being hungry and humble. For humility, it came for us in 2 ways. For one, it was having the humility in victory, knowing that if we were to beat our opponent, that the bullseye was only going to get bigger on our back, and that they're going to come at us that much harder, and they're going to work to try to get to our level because we were setting the standard for as the season went along. And then when we walked out of that locker room each day, even though we were victorious and there was nights where we were cutting the nets down and we were champions, that we had the humility of knowing that we were the same kid, the same son, the same classmate, the same brother as we were before we went into that game. This is something which is a continuous process for our guys, and it will be throughout our lives. In defeat was when it was the most challenging. We didn't have many defeats this year, but a lot of times when people lose and they fail, they like to play the role of victim. In basketball, you hear about guys, all the other team was cheating, the referees, they weren't giving us the calls. But this is something that we want to stand for with our guys and our group of guys. There wasn't going to be any of this feeling sorry for ourselves when we weren't meeting the expectations that we set for ourselves. The humility in failure is willingness to accept the accountability of why you failed. It's the idea of being humble enough to accept the failure and then looking at that opponent that just beat you as a partner in your future success. And then you ask yourself, what were they doing that we didn't in order for them to be successful? I often say with our guys a lot of times, I say, we need to have a lot less of the poor me attitude and a lot more of the forget you attitude if we're going to turn this thing around and we're going to get ourselves going. The opponent to you is not doing anything that you're not trying to do to them. And then the final part was to stay hungry. This was not easy this year with winning some of the games that we were able to. We had a special group. They were talented. They won a lot of games easily. But it's one of those things where we never let ourselves allow to be satisfied. We went out through it, and we were able to go on and take each step, and we kept that hunger there, and we feel that we left it all on the floor despite getting all the way down there and not winning our final 2 games. The second we knew if we became satisfied that the passion was going to go away and our potential was never going to be reached. As I stated before, sports can be a very powerful tool in teaching the characteristics needed to be successful in your life. One of the greatest champions I've ever been around is my wife, Abby. She's sitting over there. She was a championship volleyball player. This banner hanging right here, she won that as coach here at Rock Valley College when she coached here. And I look at her and what she does every day for my family, what she does for my kids, and she embodies what it is to be a champion. She embodies what it is to be a champion, not just because she's won banners, not just because she's had success herself, but she has those traits that I'm talking about. You do not need to be an athlete to be a champion in life. You don't need to be given a trophy for when you become a champion. For you graduates sitting here, I got bad news for you. When it comes to the real world, that's not going to be as considerate of your feelings and your self-esteem, and there's going to be times where you go out and you feel like you've accomplished something, and there's not going to be an external reward or any recognition for you when it happens. It says you become a champion in life when you create your own scoreboard for what you want to achieve and defeat the opponent of yourself by overcoming the fear of failure and self-doubt. The competition that you create for yourself could just simply be a better version of yourself from the day before. Be a better son, be a better daughter, be a better sibling, a spouse, a parent, teammate, employee, whatever it is that you want to be. For me personally, when I reflect at the end of my day, I ask myself, am I a better teacher today? Am I a better basketball coach today? Is our program better? Have I become a better father today? Have I become a better husband? I ask myself that, and if I could say yes, then I know that I'm continuing to live my life as a champion. Everyone in this room is champions here, sitting here today. Our school board, our administration, our cabinet. This year, I was asking some of our historians for East High School to kind of let me know when is the last time we've had this big of a graduating class at East High School. 356? 65. 365 today. It's been at least 20 years since East High School has graduated that many students. Just 10, 15 years ago, we were graduating about 170, 175 per class. So to our champions of our leadership, you guys are doing something right. All right, you're doing something right. Parents, families of all of you sitting out here, you're champions today. For some of you, this might have been one of the best, greatest challenges of your life in getting your loved one to sit here today, but nonetheless, you are champion here today because you have someone down here that is accomplishing great things with hopefully many more things to come. And to you graduates down here, you are champions today. If you didn't have the passion that I was speaking of, the goal, the plan, the willingness to challenge yourself and take risks, the humility, the hunger to accomplish the great goal of graduating, then you would not be sitting here today. Congratulations on being a champion in your lives today, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish in the future living the life of a champion. Thank you.
Welcome again. I actually had planned to recognize the different groups here, but Mr. Sackmaster did such a good job, I don't know if I can top it. So we are going to move right into the introduction of our student speakers. Our first student speaker, the Salutatorian, is Grace Faraj. Grace is graduating with a GPA of 4.1923. She has been an integral part of the girls softball team. She is a member of NHS, the National Honor Society, and she also takes time out of her weeks to participate in what we call Buddies Club, where she spends time with other students to help them with everything from social skills to just somebody to talk to. She plans to attend St. Ambrose University and study nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Faraj.
Ladies and gentlemen, parents, teachers, staff, family, friends, and last but not least, fellow classmates, good evening. My name is Grace Faraj, and I am honored to be the salutatorian for the class of 2019. First, I want to thank everyone in this room tonight on behalf of our class. Without you, none of us would be here about to walk across the stage and get that coveted diploma. Like many of my classmates, when I first came to East, I knew only a handful of people and was overwhelmed by the unfamiliar faces and environment. Coming into a new school is a huge hurdle to overcome. We were faced with new classes, new expectations, and new challenges. Fast forward 4 years, and I emphasize fast. The knowledge I've gained, the wonderful teachers and students I've met, and the lessons I've learned made that scary first day, okay, maybe scary first month, all worth it. Being in these caps and gowns tonight is the direct result of the people who inspired us, pushed us, and believed in us. I think I can speak for the entire class and say these 4 years have been some of the best. Our basketball team made it to state this year. We had a state competitor in bowling and a state champion in wrestling. Our senior girls were back-to-back Powder Puff football champions. Our class was the first to enjoy the new field house all 4 years, and our graduating class is the largest in over 5 years. Fellow classmates, take a look around you. Look in the stands and find your family, friends, and teachers, and soak it all in. These are the people who have supported us, helped us, and loved us. They truly want the best for us. When we leave here tonight and get caught up in our busy lives, remember what it felt like to be here right now in this moment. Remember how it felt to have your family and friends cheer for you from the stands and how happy they were for you. This is where the next chapter begins. High school has come to an end, but it is the beginning of endless opportunities. As Barack Obama once said, don't just get involved, fight for your seat at the table. Better yet, fight for a seat at the head of the table. We are future lawyers, doctors, political leaders, artists, actors and actresses, educators, entrepreneurs, and some of us will serve our country. Whatever adventure you are about to begin, give it your all and then some. Everyone has the chance to be successful. It is up to us to go get it. All of our hard work and maybe a little stress has paid off. We did it. As we've heard since the day we walked into East High 4 years ago, once an ERAB, always an ERAB. Congratulations to the class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Now it is my privilege to introduce our valedictorian, Tommy Lai. Tommy graduates with a GPA of 4.3333. He's also a member of the National Honor Society and was on the boys volleyball team. He is planning to attend Northern Illinois University on a scholarship where he will study computer and electrical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Lai.
Good evening, class of 2019. Congratulations, we made it. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to thank our dedicated teachers, counselors, and coaches who went above and beyond to see their students succeed. To our families and friends, thank you for your continuous love and support. Finally, I would like to thank East High itself for so wonderfully developing future generations, one broken bathroom at a time. Throughout our time at East, we faced many challenges, like staying up late to finish that important speech we put off for days. We've witnessed historic events like multiple programs sending teams down to compete at state. We've also come together as a community to make a difference in not only Rockford, but across the entire globe. But the most important aspect that I've taken from my 4 years at East is that mind matters. Whether it's going to that econ test for Rowald, or an anticipated regional game against Boylan, or even just a food packaging event, it is always important to go into things with a positive attitude. In the real world, we'll be faced with challenges, some of which may seem impossible to overcome. Some will make you want to retreat to your parents' basement. Nothing wrong with that, but just make sure you stay positive and know that nothing great comes easy. Think your success into existence, because the only thing in the world you can control is your attitude. And remember, it's hard to beat someone who never gives up. Finally, just enjoy life. I believe most of us are familiar with the TV show SpongeBob SquarePants. One character, Larry the Lobster, is known to be simplistic and enjoy life as it happens, while not being afraid of failure or embarrassment. SpongeBob and Patrick decide to try living like Larry, which they think means living in the moment and ignoring all reason. This leads to SpongeBob and Patrick getting hurt, which helps Larry realize that he needs to clarify the concept of living like Larry. He defines living like Larry as living life to the fullest while not hurting yourself or your reputation. I believe we could all learn a thing or two from Larry, to remember to enjoy life and not just monotonously go through the motions of every day. I'm not saying you have to live the most fantastic life, but just make sure you chase your passions. When the opportunity comes, make sure you firmly grasp it in your hand. With all I've said today, I'm going to pursue what I love, not be afraid of adversity, and just genuinely appreciate life. I'm certain we all have a bright future ahead of us because I know that not just I, but all of us here have the ability to start living like Larry. After all, we control our future. Let's make it a good one. Thank you.
Okay, we're getting to the fun part. This is what everybody has waited for, and I get the privilege of presenting to all of you the class of 2019 from Rockford East High School. In just a moment, you will all come up on both sides of the stage. You'll walk across and receive your diploma, and it will be our honor to stand and greet you. So with no further delays, we will get started on the presentation of diplomas.
Before I pass the banner to the next class president, I'd like to first say how proud I am for the class of 2019 that we finally made it here tonight. Also, I wish the best of luck upon all of us and believe that we can all achieve what we want for our futures as long as we show perseverance and ambition. That being said, I pass this banner to the next class president, Martin Lozano. Not only are you representing your class, but you're also leading East High. I hope your final year of high school is filled with the same amount of ERAB spirit and sense of community as ours was. Attending East really did feel like having a second family. And remember, once an ERAB, always an ERAB.
So on the behalf of Class of 2020, I would love to congratulate each and every one of you for this enormous accomplishment. And then we are grateful to have shared so many of our high school memories with you. It would be my pleasure to accept this banner and all the responsibilities that come with it as a representative of Class of 2020. We are honored to carry these traditions, stories, and the spirit of all the ERABs and classes and students who have come before us. Most importantly, we would like to wish you all the best on the start of your new chapter of your journey. Make sure you guys always remember that once an ERAB, always an ERAB.
So, you know, as educators, we really never stop teaching. And I am now demonstrating for you what Mr. Sackmaster was talking about. When you fail, like not following the program that's right in front of you, you just keep right on going. So at this time, I'm going to ask our readers to step up to the podiums, and I'm going to ask our staff to help us guide our students up and start our presentation of diplomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the 2019 graduates of the Bamet Academy. Ricardo Daniel Aguirre. Yasmin Alabodi. Kaya Jean Albert. Mustafa Albo Yassin. Evariste Amuri. Lorinda Kristen Arbogast. Laili Asukulu. Miasar Awar Atal. Madison Peyton Beck. Richard Bigirimana. Taylor Nicole Bird. Jayla Nicole Campbell. Shaden Jabril Clanton. Kelsey Elizabeth Cunningham. Simon Joseph James Davis. Ashley Nicole Dickerson. Brianna Jean Drulo. John Drulo. Amethyst Topaz Lennox Ducksworth. Eric Ron Elmgreen. Eric Gary. Parker David Gilmore. Jonathan Joel Gonzalez. Madeline Therese Grobe. Dream Janelle Harris. Jake Christopher Hill. Corey Alexander Hirsch. Christopher Michael Hodge. Mu Lar Tu. Saw K Blue 2. Thay 2. Ali Jagama Lopez. Christopher Thomas Jarrett. Valencia Dominique Jones. Claire Gay Kaw. Sing Kom Kim. Nadine Comby. Matthew Russell Landis. Gretchen Ann Lobenstein. Paige Taylor Lewis. Zainab Lamidza. Monica Yvette Lopez Morales. Omar Mohammed Mahdi. Yasser Ali Malik. Daniel Alejandro Marquez. Michaela Christine Matthews. Samantha Lynn McCoy. Moises Miraz Mosqueda. Madeline Jean Miller. Ariel L. Mojica. Tu Ra Mu. Patience Muhigwa. Bue Mu Mint. Jory Elizabeth Niemeyer. Daniel Coy Wynn. Revo Numbi. Shatavia Demonique Oliver. Carson Lee Adams Olafson. Diana Michelle Perez. Tegan Lydia Ann Peterson. Anawan Mac Pingsumpan. Giovanni Antonio Prado. Joshua Shalom Vincent Randall. Reynaldo Rosales. Jonathan Sanchez Lopez. S.A. Saw. T. Shi. Atosha Sindano. Jasmina Singmuntong. Amari Smith Martin. Christian Tafoya. Zach Tan. Abdulrab Naif Aziz Tabit. Kiana L. Theus. Tu Tan To. Austin Bailey Turner. Julian Abe Vallejo. Lily Villanueva. Colin Scott Wallace. Jeraniel Tyron Wilson. Christian James Alexander Winters. Mark Yang. Christopher Alonzo Zaragoza.
Good evening. I will now be reading the 2019 graduates for the Emmett Academy. Rakan Mohammed. Lee Mohammed Abu Rub. Hashim Abu Fanis. Mohammed Namir Al-Bali. Nadal Hamed Al-Hamawi. Svetazar Sveto Angelic. Hannah Angel. Moises Quinteros. Maximilian Joseph Banka. Evan James Bell. Alexis Brito. Sydney Grace Britton. Jason Leonard Boyas. Molly Ann Budlong. Luis Alfonso Campos. Trey William Carlson. Cesar Daniel Ceballos. Furman Salaya. Connor Christopher Kupar. Dylan Arthur Creed. Francisco Leonardo Cruz Hernandez. Kalen Darius Dismuke. Adon Flores. Brady Christian Franks. Noah Benjamin Frisky. Michelle Gonzalez. Damian Stone Hawthorne. Ethan Gabriel Bailey Holman. Jaden Savon Rashawn Johnson. Vincent Kabayiza. Grace Caney. Sean P. Keller. Jericho Lang. Tommy Thai Lay. Atia Lewis. Dominic William Longfee. Leighton Alexander Lucas. So Lo Win. Luis Angel Marquez. Joshua Martinez. Omar Martinez. Tyson R. McCormick. Sharafaddin Mekki. Edgar Alejandro Mendez Castillo. Derek Lee Moore. Zachary Thomas Moore. Pacific Muhiri. Yusuf Hamed Nasher. Jalen Elijah Newell. Carla Giselle Pacheco. Millet K. Patel. Jeremiah Logan Pearson. Marcus Alexander Pennington. Barblut Ah Po. Luis Omar Ramirez. Bay Ray. Christopher Resendez. Octavio Cesar Robles. Fernando Jose Rodriguez. Gustavo Rodriguez. Oscar Alejandro Rodriguez. Jesus Antonio Rodriguez Torres. Nicholas James Rundle. Caskill Salah. Mario Marquan Salas. Antonio Mauricio Sandoval Tellis. Sanai Marianne Saucedo. Do Say. Aaron B. Smith. Joseph Anthony Smolinski. Clifford O'Neill Taylor. Vitor Augusto Fushi Hayes Tang. Edgar Vihen. Eric Winging Wang. Sylvester Williams, Jr. Francisco Zaragoza.
Again, congratulations, class of 2019. I will be reading the names of the students in the HPS Academy. Noor Khalid Abdul Rasul. Elma Adamovich. Janessa Maria Aguilera. Donya Abisharawi. Adriana Alfaro. Fatat Hamid Alhamwi. Hajar Basim Mohammed Al-Samarai. Brooke Lynn Ashworth. Patrick Marion Banka. Madison Renee Barron. Monica Anel Bautista. Quadamuk Bedoya. Darian Joseph Booker. Shelby Lynn Burnell. Estrella Dorotea Campos Macarmona. Olivia Marie Nicole Cardenas. Vincent Lou Christidis. Jordan Alexis Clancy. Eliza Contreras. Crystal Gonzalez Cortez. Annika Nicole Curry. Sue Dar. Daniel Mario Davenport. Adriana Ajanique Davis. Josephine Delachance. Hannah Marie Delaney. Esmeralda Delgado Morales. Damarion Lamar Dickens. Constantine Chris Dunis. Brandon Lee Dry. Sir Nay A. Haley Ardeth Anna Esser. Jonathan David Finley. Peyton Rebecca Fitchie. Michelle Flores. Charisma Liliana Fonseca. Indira Gallegos. Fabride Maite Garcia. Stephanie Garcia. Leslie Gomez Herrera. Brooklyn Mackenzie Guterman. Madeline Michelle Hobbin. Melanie Valencia Hobbin. Vinay Zentel Harris. Venus Octavia Nicole Harris. Syed Hashim. Christian Hernandez. Kaylee Jordan Holloway. Claire Nay Tu. Cole Jeffrey Jackson. Sophia Jane Janicki. Roman Seth Johnson. Ania Nicole Lee Jones. Asia Nashay Lee Jones. Montasia Nicole Jones. Tamira Christina Jones Sample. Andrea Klashnia. Saw Shaw Claw. Portia Danielle Denise Lambert. Brendan Daniel Lee. Destiny Marie Learman. Janea Latrice Lindsay. Luigi Jonathan Lopez. Yesenia Lozano. Barania Madrigal. Andrea Neftali Manriquez Rodriguez. Ariana Mokaleka Kolala Madeiras. Na May. Jada Charnay Matiana Merriweather. Javier Adrian Mitchell Nunez. Cameron Elias Monreal. Nair Moo. Debbie Marie Murata. Nadia Raquel Moreno. Merlene Muapi. Julianne M. Sambia. Chastity Emily Darnell Myers. Alexia Maria Miles. Heather Nicole Neal. Adrian Tariq Newell. Odolan Tiranganitsia. Hey Bu Noir. Angela Quintel Petit. Visuda Funsavut. Rhiannon Jean Bashir. Po Ray. Po Ray. Shar Ray. Jesse Hunter Reno. Gabriela Ida Rodriguez. Mary Michaela Du Rollwing. Khadija Michaela Rufus. Ermelo Sanchez. Marissa Saucedo. Melissa Saucedo. Jennifer Saucedo Martinez. Joshua Ray Burkholder Schluter. Maisha Shabani. Cassidy K. Shaw. Sonia Sierra. Avro Sandong. Ronan C. Sandong. Melina Ariana Sparacino. Nicole Elizabeth Swenson. Nidavon Rose C. Pomeroth. Brianna Tapia. Destin Tacombe. Cassidy J. Thomas. Taylor Linda Thomas.
It said Annika.
Huh?
My name's
Annika. Oh, thank you. Luis Villagrana. Annika Joyce Vincent. Kaylee Ann Noel White. Aurora Piper Williams. Zante Williams. Diamond Felicia Yates. Mohammed A. Youssef. Salam Ahmed Youssef.
Congratulations, class of 2019. I will be presenting HS Academy students. Mansour Abadrabo. Omeima Albadani. Carrington Nicole Albert. Dua Al-Bashirawi. Ali Al-Sagaf. Muna Al-Shoa. Emily Alvarado Sanchez. Miriam Al-Zubadi. Brian Jose Aranda. Damian Banka. Haley Bergstrom. Grace Elizabeth Burlog. Alize Bodie. Christopher Miles Burnell. Henry Howard Campbell. Celia Campos. Summer Christine Carte. Tommy Lee Castle. Kayla Nicole Castro. Marissa Cercelli. Cage Hunter Klingon. Juliana Clutter. Adrian Raul Contreras. Alicia Nicole Cooper. Ariana Cruz. Carla De La Torre. Jessica Delgado. Desmond Isaac Deal. Tia Noel Devo. Elizabeth Marie Finnan. Jasmine Brianne Fowler. Tyzon O'Neill Gamble Reddick. Tiana Lauren Garcia. Esme Grotto. Aiden James Guttridge. T.T. Sir. Innocent Aradacunda. Crystal Lynn Kunau. Ashanta Diane Latrice Lake. Ataya Priscilla Lewis. Javon Macklin. Maya Lynn Jasmine Ray Manduano. Omar Mustache. Palo Matete. Carter McGowan. Michaela Sidney McKinney. Dan Stevenson McMichael. Alex Medina Alvarez. Say May. Miguel Melo Bustos. Karen Fernanda Mesa. Caroline Mickle. Natalia Mejio. Seth Anthony Montana Edwards. Emma Montenegro. Ciara Morga. Brittany Claire Morris. Bebe Mutisi. Thomas Michael Wynn. Angela Perez Dominguez. Chelsea Danielle Phillips. Trinity Lynn Plager. Suhili Resendez. Alejandra Rivera. Najanique Robinson. Sophia Isabel Robles. Jexari Roca Galicia. Jasmine Nicole Rodriguez Frober. Cassandra Rosales Benitez. Isaiah Reinders. Leah K. Sharp. Ana Cristina Cifuentes Medellin, Dana Marie Sincox, Jade Vilai Siroth, Lexi Lita Smith, Sarah Nicole Sparks, Alyssa Kaylee Stewart, Oriana Louise Sutherland, Haley Renee Terrell, Friday 2, Maya Chastity Torres, Whitney Aaron Vanman, Gercharin Burke, A. Dese Kuwa, Emily Ann Kennedy Weiser, Kayla Murray Wells, Nicodemus Anthony Wixon, Mo Zar, Karen Naomi Zizumbo,
Ladies and gentlemen, as the superintendent of the Rockford Public Schools and on behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to confer the class of 2019 East ERABs.
Congratulations, fellow graduates in East High School, class of 2019. You all may now move your tassels from the right to the left to signify your graduation.
Please join me in East High School's traditional El Viva cheer. This is a callback cheer, so please repeat the words back to me. Here we go. El Vivo! El Vivo!